The next topic that we need to discuss is loops. What is a loop? Why do we need loops in computer program? How to make use of loops in a program? Which are the different types of loops available in Python? Let me explain this using a program. So let me open the program. First, suppose if you want to display all the numbers from 1 to 3. There are different ways of writing the code. One way of writing the code is print. Inside round brackets you can write 1, 2, 3. When you run the program you can see all the numbers from 1 to 3. Suppose if you want to display these numbers in a new line, then you can write the statement like this: print 2, then you can write print 3. Then all the numbers from 1 to 3 will be displayed in a new line. What is the reason for that? Print displays each and every entity in a new line. Suppose if you want to display all the numbers from 1 to 100, you will have to write these statements 100 times. That is not practical. It's time consuming. So there is another way of doing that. Okay, you may write like this: initially I is equal to 1. After that you can write print I. Then in order to get the next integer you can write I is equal to I plus 1. Again you can write print I. Now to get the next integer I is equal to I plus 1. Now you can write print I. If you need a few more numbers you can fetch the next integer I is equal to I plus 1. So initially I is 1 displayed in the computer's monitor. Now 1 equal to sign is the assignment operator, right hand side assigned to left hand side. So here I is equal to 1, 1 plus 1 2. Now your variable I points to 2. So here 2 displayed in the computer's monitor. Now I is 2, 2 plus 1 3, variable I contains 3, 3 displayed in the computer's monitor. This is made use of to get the next integer if you want more numbers. Okay, so in order to display all the numbers from 1 to 3, this is another method. Now when you run the program you can see all the numbers from 1 to 3. So suppose if you want all the numbers from 1 to 100, these two statements should be repeated 100 times. Okay, so that is time consuming. Hence there is another method of doing that. In a program, if you want to repeat finite number of statements, here 2 statements, finite number of times, here 3 times, we make use of loop. Okay, so when do you make use of loops in a program? If there is a situation wherein you want to repeat finite number of statements finite number of times, don't write the statements one after the other. That is not a good method. Practically it is not feasible. You should make use of loops. In Python 2 types of loops are there. One, for loop, and the second one, while loop. So first I will explain for loop. We will work out a few programs based on for loop. After that I will come to while loop. Okay, so let us display all the numbers from 1 to 3 by making use of for loop. Now the statement can be written like this: for, the keyword for, followed by some variable name, followed by the operator in, followed by range function, range 1 comma 4, and for loop should end with a colon. So actually colon marks the beginning of a block of statements. So statements corresponding to 4 should be indented properly and they should be written. What is the meaning of range function? Range 1 to 4, 1 comma 4 means this function returns all the integers starting with a 1 and ending with a 4 minus 1, 3. So range function returns all the integers between 1 and 3. Now the variable I takes the first integer in the range 1 and that must be displayed. So here you can write print I. So this is the reason why I told you colon marks the beginning of a block of statement. So this is one block of statement corresponding to for loop. Now I takes the next integer in the range. So next integer in the range is 2 and here 2 displayed. I takes the next integer in the range, that is 3, and here 3 displayed. So when you run the program you can see all the integers from 1 to 3. So suppose if you want all the integers from 1 to 100, how do you write the code? Range 1 comma 100. Will you get the answer? No, you can see. See, you get only till 99, because what is the meaning of range 1 comma 100? All the integers from 1 to 100 minus 1, 99. So if you want 100, this must be written as 101. Yeah, so now you get all the integers from 1 to 100. Suppose you want the integers to be displayed in the same line. By default, print statement will display each and every integer in a new line. If you want the integers to appear in the same line, put a comma. You can write ending character equal to space. Remember, by default the ending character is new line. That's the reason why after displaying one integer, the next integer comes in a new line. So here I can change the ending character equal to space. So now all the integers will be displayed in the same line. You can see all the integers from 1 to 100 in the same line. Now for the range function, suppose if I write only one argument, please understand, by default this is taken as the second argument. Again, by default the first argument is taken as 0. So this is actually 0 comma 101. Okay, you can see that you get all the numbers from 0 to 100. See, starting with a 0 and ending with a 100. Now suppose if I write the third argument also, 1 comma 101 comma 2. What is the meaning of this? Range function returns all the integers starting with the first argument, ending with second argument minus 1, 101 minus 100 in steps of 2. So what's the meaning? The first integer is 1, second integer is 1 plus 2, 3, the third integer is 3 plus 2, 5, and so on till 100. Okay, you can see. The first integer is 1, the second integer is 1 plus 2, 3, the third integer is 3 plus 2, 5, and so on till 99. Why I did not get 100? Because 99 plus 2 is 101. The upper bound is only 100. That's the reason why it ended with a 99. Okay, so this is the use of range function. Now instead of displaying all the numbers, suppose I want the sum of all the numbers. Let me remove this 2. So now you get all the numbers from 1 to 100. Now instead of displaying all the numbers from 1 to 100, suppose I want the sum of all the numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, so 3 changes are there to be made. Changes are, the print statement should be replaced with a answer variable equals answer variable plus this general term. Why did I say general term? Because I contains each and every number, initially 1, then 2, 3, 4. So this general term I. Initially answer variable should be given the value 0, and after calculating the answer you should display the answer. So print answer. So here if I make use of 101, it is very difficult to cross check the answer. So let me make use of 4. So what is the meaning of range 1 comma 4? It returns all the integers starting with a 1, ending with a 4 minus 1, 3. So here you get the sum of all the integers from 1 to 3. Let me run the program. The answer is 6, because 1 plus 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6. You get the sum. So what about the working of this piece of code? Initially answer variable contains 0. So remember in your mind variable answer contains 0. Now range function returns all the integers between 1 and 3. Now I takes the first integer in the range, that is 1. Initially answer variable is 0. I contains 1. So 0 plus 1, 1. Your answer variable contains 1. Now I takes the next integer in the range 2. Now your answer variable contains 1, I contains 2, so 1 plus 2, 3. Now your answer variable contains 3. I takes the last integer in the range, that is 3. So answer variable contains 3, I contains 3, so 3 plus 3 is 6. Now your answer variable contains 6. Now no more integers are there. You exit from this for loop and here you get the answer 6. So please remember this. Instead of displaying all the numbers, if you want to find the sum of all the numbers, what is the change? 3 changes are there. The print statement should be replaced with the answer variable equals answer variable plus general term. Initially answer variable should be given the value 0 and don't forget the answer variable should be displayed. The indentation of print statement is very important. See, it should be indented like this. Only after calculating the answer it should be displayed. Now suppose instead of sum you want to find the product of all the integers between 1 and 3. Again 2 changes. Plus must be replaced with the multiplication and answer variable should be given the initial value 1. You can see, because 1 into 2 into 3, that is 6. Suppose if it is 4, here I should write 5. It is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, that is 24. So you get all the product. So for product, here it is multiplication and the initial value of answer variable is 1. Okay. Remaining things about for loop in the next video tutor.